This is a large-scale operation that's going to take some time, so please be patient.
Patience put to the test this week in northern Illinois. How people who cannot go home are dealing with the fallout from the huge fire that tonight is still burning.
Down but not out. That's how healthcare providers view vaccine rates among certain communities around Madison. Tonight, how firefighters are getting involved with a big push to bring vaccines to you.
Plus power to the pupils. How a new solar farm shown here will help supply a ton of energy for Madison schools starting next year.
This is News 3 Now at 5.
Thanks for joining us. It is a true team effort just across the state line tonight. Dozens of crews from across Illinois, federal agencies, even a company from Louisiana, all working to protect people and the environment. And we are waiting on an update from the Rockton Fire Chief in just a few moments. We'll carry that live when it begins.
Meanwhile, hundreds of people still can't go home tonight due to that huge fire that started yesterday morning and is still burning. As Eric just mentioned, that Louisiana company began pumping fire-suppressing foam on the plant today to try to put the fire out. Rockton Fire Chief Kirk Wilson says they're digging trenches to block chemicals from going into the Rock River.
There are absorbent booms that are being placed in the river just in case there is any product relief. This is strictly for precautionary measures.
There are over 80 fire departments in Illinois and southern Wisconsin helping in this effort. They're rotating personnel and equipment every 8 hours. Concerns about that fire and any health risks meant a long, uncomfortable night for many people in northern Illinois.
Schools served as makeshift campsites, and they may still be needed for a while. Jamie Perez spoke with people who can't go home right now, and she is live in Rockton. Jamie?
Bro, when we were in this exact spot yesterday, the sky looked very different. Black plumes of smoke filled the horizon, but as you can see right now, relatively clear skies. The smoke has pretty much completely gone away. But regardless of what the sky looks like right now, there's still a lot of people being told that they cannot go home. And these are the folks who were evacuated. And I talked to some of them today about the impact that this is having.
Definitely wasn't expecting this on my walk on Monday.
Patrick Mira-Contreras has lived within a mile of Chemtool in Rockton for 5 years, but yesterday was unlike any other.
There's ash falling from the ground.
He was one of hundreds who needed to evacuate their homes as fire filled the entire grease and chemical plant.
This is something that's disrupting. It's disruptive of people's lives.
Holly Baker said the American Red Cross is prepared to take up to 100 people at the evacuation center set up at Roscoe Middle School.
We're going to be here as long as we need to, as long as people are forced to be out of their homes.
11 people stayed overnight Monday, including Patrick. They have plenty of food and water, so the Red Cross is prepared to take anyone in who may need it over the next week or so.
But it wasn't too bad of an experience, just uncomfortable. I'm a big guy, so sleeping in a small cot is kind of uncomfortable.
Though it may not be ideal, Patrick said everything is pretty much out of his control at this point, and there's only one way he's choosing to handle it.
I'm just going to enjoy it for what it is and not stress too much. And I hope everyone's staying safe. And if anyone feels like guilty for taking help, don't, because this service is in place for people that need it.
Now, if you would still like to help, they say that the best thing you can do is donate to the American Red Cross or volunteer your time in the future. And of course, we will be keeping you updated on the latest information in terms of the air quality and the river water quality as well, plus letting you know when these people who were evacuated from their homes can finally return.
Jamie, thank you. That chemical plant was inspected by a federal agency less than a month before the blast. On May 20th, inspectors from the U.S. Labor Department's Occupational Health and Safety Administration investigated a complaint at Chemtool. A summary record of the inspection showed that Chemtool has been safely operating since 2008.
Right now, officials are giving an update on the chemical plant fire.
Let's go there now to hear the latest developments.
Of where we're at in regards to the Chemtool incident at 1165 Prairie Hill Road. We have made a lot of good progress throughout the day today. As you can see, that the smoke plume has dissipated pretty substantially. Currently, right now, the U.S. fire pump industrial firefighting group is on scene. They are putting copious amounts of water on the fire and also on the hot spots. At this point in time, we have detected no visible runoff into the waterway, which is just west of Chemtool, into our main waterway called the Rock River. So that's good news. Everything is progressing as we anticipated and planned throughout the day. Again, I want to thank the individuals from the state of Illinois, also our federal and local authorities who have been helping us throughout this incident. It's been trying on all of us, all of our fire personnel. Like I said earlier this afternoon, that we've reached out to our Mavis division, and we have several area fire departments that have come from many, many miles away and also in from the Chicagoland area to not only provide us assistance, but to provide fire protection coverage to our community while we mitigate this incident. So at this point in time, I just want to, like I said, I just want to make this brief and know that fire suppression efforts are
We're continuing to bring you coverage from Rockton. We'll continue to have more from the scene coming up ahead on News 3 Now at 6. We'll have the most up-to-date information always online at channel3000.com.
And as this dry weather continues, most of southern Wisconsin is at a high risk for fire danger. Here is a look at the current DNR fire danger map. Most of our viewing area is in the yellow, which means there is a high fire risk. The blue means moderate, and the green means low fire risk. And while we do need the rain, we could see some later this week, but it could come in the form of severe weather.
Which we don't want. Let's check your certified most accurate forecast with Gary.
Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on this for mainly late Thursday afternoon into Thursday night, but the rain would certainly be welcome. Visible cloud track right now just shows some cumulus clouds popping up, nothing to really produce any rain. In fact, not seeing any rain anywhere across our part of the Midwest. However, as we take a look at the severe weather outlook, you can see there is a slight risk of severe thunderstorms west of Madison for Thursday afternoon, Thursday night, a marginal risk elsewhere. A lot of it will depend on when these storms develop. If they develop a little bit earlier, then the potential will be a little bit higher for severe weather. But the rainfall is what we can use. In fact, future track precipitation has just updated and shows the potential for a swath of more than 2 inches of rain in some parts of our viewing area. Now, again, you can't just look at this and say that's exactly where it's going to fall, but areas north and east of Madison probably will see lesser rains. The heavier rains will be south and west of Madison. Temperatures right now are right around 80 degrees here in Madison, a little cooler to the northeast. By tomorrow morning, we'll be down to around 50, so it'll be a cool night, but tomorrow we'll be back to sunshine and a high of 81. But again, that rain chance late Thursday afternoon and Thursday night. I'll have more details and weather in a few minutes.
All right, Gary, thank you. The woman arrested following a deadly fire in Fort Atkinson last week now faces several felonies tonight. Court records show prosecutors charged 36-year-old Elizabeth Durkee with 4 counts, including first-degree intentional homicide. The court set her bond at $1 million cash. The fire happened Friday. Firefighters found a woman's body inside the home after the fire. Investigators consider the fire suspicious and told us Durkee and the dead woman knew each other. The fire was also connected to a statewide Amber Alert, which was canceled early Saturday morning after a 2-year-old was found safe.
COVID cases and deaths are slowing, but not enough to avoid hitting 600,000 deaths in the U.S. Johns Hopkins also reports the U.S. surpassed more than 33 million confirmed cases. More people have died from COVID in America than live in the cities of Baltimore or Milwaukee. It's about equal to the number of Americans who died from cancer in 2019.
COVID cases in Wisconsin are still trending down as the 7-day average is 104. Meanwhile, over 5,000 people in the state got a shot in the past 24 hours. Nearly 2.6 million Wisconsinites are fully vaccinated. That's 44.5% of the state's population, while over 49% of residents have had at least 1 shot. In Dane County, over 61% of residents have completed their COVID vaccine series, and nearly 68% have had at least 1 shot.
Well, a series of barriers is making it difficult for some people to get the COVID-19 vaccine. Today, SSM Health is partnering with organizers who support Madison's communities of color to directly bring the shot to those who need it. First and second doses of Pfizer will be available, as well as the single-dose Johnson & Johnson shot. SSM Health and volunteer vaccinators from the Sable Flames, that's a nonprofit organization of African-American firefighters, they're working together to administer the vaccines. The clinic goes until 7 o'clock tonight with walk-ins available. No ID or insurance is required, but those 12 to 17 have to have a signed consent form or a guardian there with them.
The CDC now considers the Delta variant of the coronavirus a concern. That designation is given to strains of the virus that may be more dangerous. Scientists believe variants of concern spread easily and can lead to more severe cases. The variant was first found in India. Last week, Dr. Anthony Fauci noted the Delta variant is spreading in the U.S. almost as quickly as the United Kingdom, where the variant is now dominant.
Doctors say that since the pandemic started, eating disorders in teens and college students have been on the increase. UW Health says that eating disorders were increasing before the pandemic, but have nearly doubled in the past 2 years now. Officials say increased stress at home, unknowns of the pandemic, and not being in school and around friends could be reasons for that increase.
Notice that your child is not eating the foods that they normally would eat, or you're finding that they're making excuses not to eat. If they are isolating in their room and you don't know why, or if you start noticing that they're making comments about their body, their food, comparing themselves to other people, those are all warning signs to look for.
Dr. Paula Cody says that eating together as a family and doing activities together as a family is a good step to avoid the disease. Doctors say if you're worried about your child's eating habits, you should talk to your primary care provider to help you navigate.
Right now, the Joint Finance Committee is meeting to talk about K-12 funding. The superintendents of Wisconsin's 5 largest school districts are telling members of the legislature that they are dismayed that $2.3 billion in federal aid is at risk because of low funding for K-12 schools. The heads of the Milwaukee, Madison, Racine, Kenosha, and Green Bay districts urged legislators to set aside partisan differences to do what is best for the state schools. Democratic State Senator John Erpenbach says the state could lose all of that money.
There is more money on the table right now than I have ever seen before. And as it stands, with all of that money right now for this budget, that could be in this budget, Republicans aren't doing squat about making K-12 whole and making sure that they don't lose that $2.3 billion.
The state budget being written by the legislature's Republican-controlled Joint Finance Committee does not include enough funding for K-12 schools to ensure that Wisconsin would be able to keep $2.3 billion in federal coronavirus relief money.
A 53-acre solar energy project to help power MG&E and the Madison School District is getting approval from the state. The Public Service Commission recently approving the new solar array north of the Rodefeld landfill. It's a Madison's southeast side. That project includes 28,000 solar panels. It will generate 8 megawatts of electricity. Of that, 5 megawatts will be used by the city. 3 will be used by the school district.
It will generate the equivalent amount of energy to power about 2,600 homes for a year annually. So it's a way to get locally generated, cost-effective, carbon-free energy onto the local energy grid.
Construction for the project will get underway this summer. It's expected to be online by the end of the year. Similar to MG&E's net zero goal of 2050, MMSD is hoping to turn 100% of its energy needs into renewable energy by the year 2040. Still ahead on News 3 now at 5, a pair of House committees take on what went wrong in the January 6th attack on the United States Capitol. Madison's Youth Symphony Orchestra has a new home. We'll tell you where you can watch them coming up next hour on News 3 Now at 6. And the markets see red numbers in Tuesday trading. The Dow off 94, the NASDAQ tumbles more than 101, the S&P down 8.5, and we'll be right back.
The Madison Area Parade of Homes, exclusive exclusively sponsored by Nuns, is June 18th through 27th, featuring 40 newly constructed homes. See the newest trends, tech, and designs. Visit MadisonParadeOfHomes.com for tickets and more information.
Menards has what you need to update your garage. Ideal Garage doors provide beauty, comfort, and security for your home. Right now, all Ideal Garage doors are 11% off. Pick up a Masterforce Pro Quality low-profile 3-ton floor jack. It has dual hydraulic pistons and a 4 to 23-inch lift range. Stop in and get 11% off all Masterforce automotive tools. Get 11% off everything at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Here's the newest spin on Wisconsin Lottery scratch games. It's Gold Rush. The $5 number match game offers over 52,000 prizes that triple. That's over $1.9 million in tripled prizes and top prizes of $60,000. Instant scratch games from the Wisconsin Lottery. Odds are you'll like them.
At General Heating and Air Conditioning, your comfort is important to us. From keeping you cozy warm to cooling you off with the ultra-quiet, energy-efficient Carrier Infinity Home Comfort System. Plus, join our free home comfort program and keep your air conditioner and furnace running at peak performance year after year. Enjoy priority service and extra savings that really add up. Celebrating 75 years of providing award-winning comfort for your home. Turn to the experts, Carrier and General Heating and Air Conditioning.
The light at the end of the tunnel isn't shining so brightly for everyone. Families continue to fight for survival. Some jobs are gone forever. Bills pile up. But please know, you have not been forgotten. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
The Madison Area Parade of Homes, exclusively sponsored by Nuns, is June 18th through 27th, featuring 40 newly constructed homes. See the newest trends, tech, and designs. Visit MadisonParadeOfHomes.com for tickets and more information.
Chief Meteorologist Gary Canulty here. If your TV or internet goes out during severe weather, the Midland Weather Radio can be the extra measure of safety you and your family need. Pick up the Midland Weather Radio, available now at area Hy-Vee grocery stores.
A local breeder's caught selling sick puppies, yet he's still in business. Chris Stanford gets answers from state officials.
Why do they still have a license to sell dogs?
Learn 3 telltale signs of breeding deception. Thursday on News 3 Now at 10.
President Biden's week-long European trip to connect with other world leaders has taken him to the final stop in Switzerland. In less than 24 hours, President Biden will meet face-to-face with Russian President Vladimir Putin, and that meeting is expected to last several hours. Recent cyber attacks and ransomware will be among issues topping the agenda.
I think there's a growing recognition that cyber attacks are going to increase in number and in severity, and we all have to be a lot more vigilant.
In addition to cyber attacks, other key topics will include human rights, election interference, and Russian aggression towards Ukraine.
2 House committees held dueling hearings examining the January 6th storming of the U.S. Capitol. Witnesses faced tough questions from the oversight panel over the delayed deployment of National Guard troops in response to the attack.
You both recommended that the National Guard deploy to protect other federal buildings.
They did not have their riot control gear with them. We had to get them back to the armory. We had to reconfigure them and re-equip them to get them forward.
The U.S. Capitol Police Inspector General laid out the findings in his 4th report. In it, he said Capitol Police response teams did not have adequate training and questioned the appropriateness of using one private facility, Northern Red Training. The report also found the agency lacked proper operating procedures, including securing equipment, and as a result, ballistic vests and ballistic helmets were stolen by rioters.
Let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast now. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti joining us. Gary?
Well, we've got some rain in the forecast. We'll have to wait until late Thursday night in order to see it. We do also have an alert day in the forecast for Thursday afternoon and Thursday night for the potential for some strong to severe thunderstorms with high winds, hail, and heavy rain. Now, the question mark here is when those storms develop. The earlier they develop, the better the chances that we would see severe weather. The later they develop, the better the chances that we could get a little more widespread rain. So that's kind of what we're hoping. Severe weather outlook from the Storm Prediction Center for Thursday does have a slight risk of severe thunderstorms over southwestern Wisconsin, west of Madison, and a marginal risk elsewhere. That slight risk goes back into parts of Minnesota and Iowa. Now, on Doppler track right now, you don't see any precipitation anywhere across our part of the Midwest. The nearest rain is right in the far western portion of the screen in Nebraska, a couple of showers there. But over the last 5 days, you can see northern Wisconsin had a decent amount of rain. There have been some spotty areas that picked up 1 to 2 inches of rain over southern Wisconsin, but many areas that haven't seen any rain. So hopefully we get something a little more widespread out of the rain. Now, the latest future track computer model shows the potential for anywhere from 1 to 3 or more inches of rain in some areas. But again, whether or not it's going to be exactly just southwest of Madison, over Madison, you know, the chances for the higher precipitation higher to the south and west of Madison than areas to the north and east. But again, should the rain occur a little bit later, it might be a little more widespread, but maybe not as intense. On future track, you can see in the short term, no rain at all. We're looking at sunny skies for tomorrow. Notice the wind shift to the south. That will warm us up to high temperatures in the 90s on Thursday, but notice that cluster of thunderstorms coming in from the north and west. By 6 p.m., it's approaching the cross area, moves through southern Wisconsin with some heavy downpours, and then a few showers and thunderstorms are a possibility again as we head from Thursday night into Friday morning. And then after that, we should dry out again for a couple of days. But again, the future track, longer range future track computer models show as much as 3 to 5 inches of rain. This is through next Friday at 10 or 11 a.m. So we'll have to see whether or not that all comes out, but that's good news, at least compared to what we've seen recently. 3 things you need to know in the forecast: sunshine, nice weather for tomorrow, high temperatures, lower 80s. We're back to the lower 90s on Thursday, but again, those thunderstorms late Thursday afternoon, Thursday night into Friday morning, and then we'll see a period of dry weather from Friday afternoon through Sunday morning before the next batch of showers and thunderstorms arrives. The hot weather is just out to the west of us. Des Moines, Iowa is at 90. Here in Madison, we're at 80, and temperatures are in the 70s to our north and to our east. But notice the dew point temperatures. They're only in the upper 40s and lower 50s. The 60-degree plus dew points are farther out to the west. Again, the question mark is, as that cold front comes in, the timing of the moisture reaching the front just as it moves over Madison sometime late Thursday afternoon or Thursday night. Tomorrow, sunny, warm, high temperature at 81. Again, that future track precipitation, the potential for some 1 to 3 inch rainfall amounts in at least parts of our viewing area. The 7 to 10 day forecast calls for temperatures to drop back into the lower 80s for the weekend. Some showers and thunderstorms from Sunday afternoon into Monday, and then some chances toward the end of next week. So that's better than we've seen recently. As we check out first warn traffic, right now we've been seeing some delays on the eastbound belt line beginning around Monona Drive and going back to around Fish Hatchery Road. Westbound delays start around Todd Drive and go back to near John Nolan Drive. Travel times are a little elevated on the belt line, 21 minutes on the eastbound belt line from University Avenue to the interstate. Out of Madison, it's 25 minutes from the belt line to Janesville on I-3990. Middleton to Sauk City on US 12 is a 16-minute trip, and downtown to Sun Prairie on East Washington Avenue and US 151 will take you 17 minutes. That's your News 3 Now first warn traffic.
Not too bad. It'd be nice to get some of those rain showers. We don't want the severe stuff.
Yeah, anything we can get would be good news for us.
Gary, thank you.
Thanks, Gary.
Next, after a nearly non-existent flu season last year, health officials are preparing for a different story this fall. We'll tell you how ahead at 5.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Get more enjoyment out of your outdoor space with patio enclosures. Right now, receive 25% off sunrooms. This offer won't last long. Call today. Patio enclosures.
Need to get the right glasses at the right price right now? Then shop the right sale at iMart Express. For a limited time, get 1 pair of single vision glasses for $20 and 1 pair of progressives for $40. Drop by iMart Express and save today.
It's time for new energy-efficient replacement windows from Champion. Right now, every Comfort 365 window style is 40% off. The Champion family is here to help. Get 40% off. Call now or download our free buyer's guide at getchampionwindows.com.
Do you have a coffee smile? Drinking coffee causes yellow teeth for thousands of people just like you. And whitening toothpaste just doesn't make those stains go away. Introducing Power Swabs, the first teeth whitening system that lifts coffee stains off your teeth in less than 5 minutes without whitening strips or trays.
I've smoked, I've drank coffee, I drink red wine. It makes my teeth darker. It doesn't make me feel good about myself. And using Power Swabs, it's made a difference.
So with the strips I've used in the past, most of them are like, you got to leave it on for 30 minutes, and the whole experience is just not comfortable. But with Power Swabs, I just snapped it open and rubbed it on, and it was good to go.
This didn't sting, it didn't burn, it didn't have an aftertaste. It was just a swab, and I just got to rub it on my teeth, and that was it.
The Secret is a tooth detergent and whitening agent developed by Dr. Martin Ginniker that lifts stains off of your teeth. Power Swabs remove stains on natural teeth, veneers, bonding, caps, and crowns. The best part is you just swab your teeth for 5 minutes and you'll have whiter teeth. No more sitting at home with a whitening strip in your mouth for 30 minutes.
I've tried like every over-the-counter whitening because, I'm one of those people that's like obsessed with white teeth. The Power Swabs were so easy to use. I don't have to have strips sitting on my face for an hour. I don't have to have a foam tray where I feel like I'm gonna gag or I'm gonna go play football.
When I use these whitening strips, I noticed when I would drink, I would get this crazy sensitivity. It would go right to my brain, and I'm like, I hate this. So why do I have to go through the monstrosity of this pain just because I want to whiten my teeth? With Power Swabs, there was zero sensitivity.
Show off your white smile this 4th of July and call for your 5-minute solution. Order Power Swabs and receive 40% off the regular price. Yes, 40% off the regular price. Shipping is free. Plus, you'll receive a free Quick Stick pen. Visit powerswabs.com or call the number on your screen.
Get more enjoyment out of your outdoor space with patio enclosures. Right now, receive 25% off sunrooms. This offer won't last long. Call today.
Patio enclosures.
The efforts to slow the spread of COVID-19 lowered the threat of flu season last year.
But experts warn the upcoming flu season will be severe, with one health expert urging people not to become complacent. Steve Nanas has more in today's Health Minute.
The next flu season could be particularly severe. This is the warning from health experts who say that during the pandemic, there were almost no deaths from the flu compared to previous years.
Most of the world has seen no flu season. They've seen very little circulation of other respiratory viruses as well.
According to experts, the reasons could be the measures taken against COVID-19 or that the coronavirus interfered with the flu's usual course. Richard Webby, an influenza specialist at St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital in Memphis, believes that when the flu does return, likely this fall, the impact will be bigger because our immunity has waned a bit. Webby says the upcoming flu season could be the worst we've ever had.
In terms of influenza, we're really in uncharted territory. There is this possibility that it's going to come back with a little bit more punch than perhaps we've seen over the last few years.
The theory is as we take off the masks, return to school and work, go out to restaurants, and socialize like we used to, we'll be exposed to other respiratory viruses again. Experts admit that flu activity is impossible to predict, but Webby recommends you get the flu shot when it's available and practice personal hygiene.
And the washing of hands, the covering of sneezes, again, they seem to work really well against all of these respiratory viruses, including flu.
For today's Health Minute, I'm Steve Nanas.
According to the CDC, the flu kills between 12,000 and 61,000 people a year in the U.S.
Stay with us. We'll have a final check of your first warn forecast when we return.
Homes, exclusively sponsored by Nuns, is June 18th through 27th, featuring 40 newly constructed homes. See the newest trends, tech, and designs. Visit MadisonParadeOfHomes.com for tickets and more information.
Finding the right ingredients for a healthy lifestyle can be tricky. That's why SSM Health and News 3 Now are here to help.
Our Time for Kids recipe for health experts use online conversations and on-air reports to answer your health questions.
So tell us, what topics would your family like to hear about? What questions do you have?
Use the handy feedback form on our Time for Kids page to share what matters most to your family's health. And together,
let's take time for kids.
Here's to the Farm and Fleet dads, the ones who get the job done right and take the time to pass it on. This Father's Day, give your dad a gift you know he'll love from the store dads love, Blaine's Farm and Fleet. For the hard-working dad, Carhartt Force Apparel is 25% off. For the DIY dad, save $150 on this Milwaukee Impact Wrench and Grease Gun Kit. And for the outdoor dad, save 20% on assorted knives and multi-tools.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. It took us years to find the perfect bun for Culver's Pretzel House Pub Burger.
It's got the nice pretzel flavor on the outside, but when you open it up, it's light and airy. Got a nice sweet flavor to it. It literally melts in your mouth.
This bun is perfect for a Pretzel House Pub Burger. Seared fresh beef, tangy mustard bistro sauce, pickled red onions, 2 slices of bacon, served with our signature cheddar cheese sauce.
This bun was made for this burger. This is perfect.
I think it's an awesome burger. Welcome to Delicious.
Wisconsin's soil and water create the perfect environment for agriculture. But it takes more than great land to produce the world's best dairy products. You feel it in the way Wisconsin dairy farmers take care of their animals, preserve their family farmland, and lend a helping hand to their communities. What's that something extra Wisconsin has? It's pride. Support Wisconsin dairy farmers. Buy Wisconsin milk, cheese, and dairy.
No more Freon for your AC. Oh no, the homeowner's called Action Man and his action team.
Call on Action Plumbing, Heating, and Electric at iwantactionnow.com.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
The Madison Area Parade of Homes, exclusively sponsored by Nuns, is June 18th through 27th, featuring 40 newly constructed homes. See the newest trends, tech, and designs. Visit MadisonParadeOfHomes.com for tickets and more information.
Nice evening out there tonight. We'll look forward to some rain this week.
Yeah, comfortable tonight. And it should be a nice day tomorrow. There's the live view from the WISC Skycam. Not a drop of rain anywhere around here, but we could certainly use it. Temperatures right now, 80 in Madison, 70s to our north and east, around 80 or a little bit above to our south and west. Look for a low temperature tonight of about 50, high temperature tomorrow, 81. But the chances for showers and thunderstorms come back Thursday afternoon and Thursday night. Again, an alert day for the potential for some severe weather. The showers should end Friday morning, and then we'll see another round of showers and thunderstorms from Sunday afternoon through Monday of next week. So hopefully get some useful rain out of that somewhere in there.
All right, Gary, thank you. We're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. Stay tuned now for the CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell.